and here with record-setting Princeton quarterback Grant Cochran. Grant, finally your senior year. You've been around for a while now. What kind of goals you have for yourself? And you put up a lot of numbers. So any kind of goals you're looking at in numbers-wise, or?
No, sir. I don't have any personal goals. I have team goals, and I'd like to win a state championship with my team this year.
So you set up a lot of numbers. Not something that concerns you now? Was that something you thought of before, but maybe not now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I've always thought of putting up numbers to help my team, nothing for personal gain. But as much as I can produce, it helps the team, so I'd like to help produce for my team, but nothing personal.
You have been on the scene for a while now. Yes, I mean, you came in as a freshman, got a chance to start early in your career.
Yes,
what was that like for you? Just to get that opportunity? You probably weren't expecting it coming out of 8th grade to be starting a varsity quarterback position. What was that like?
Well, my coaches believed in me, and I knew I could do it myself. I had confidence in myself, and my teammates helped me out a lot. And I think it was good to get that out of the way my freshman year because it helped me progress as a quarterback and a leader throughout the years.
Well, I think you came close to some records that first year, right?
Yes, sir. My first game, I came out and broke the single game passing record. And then at the end of the season, I broke the single season passing record.
To do that as a freshman, I mean, the sky must have been the limit after that. I mean,
well, the limit after that was start winning some games and putting some W's on the season.
Well, you guys started doing that. You've been able to make the playoffs. How big has that been for you, the town, the program, just to put Princeton back on the football game?
It's awesome. The last time that Princeton was in the playoffs before my sophomore year was my brother's senior year, and they ended up losing to Cabell Midland. And it was just awesome to get back in it, but we're looking to go deeper into the playoffs this year.
Was he a pretty good football player, your dad?
Oh, my brother.
Your brother?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I'm sorry. Your brother, what year was that when that?
2016. It was whenever I think it was Coach Eddie was there.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
So they went to the playoffs then, and do you remember following that team at all? Did you think, this is what I need to do?
Yeah, I remember them walking off the field too, and it was just a sad moment. It was bittersweet because of being there last year as a senior.
Right.
And it kind of inspired me to try to do well whenever I get up there and try to lead this team back there.
Of all your numbers, and I know that that doesn't matter to you,
yes,
but what are you the most proud of that you've been able to do so far?
My progression on completion percentage. I think that's really helped me grow over the years. It's just being more consistent and being able to make more plays consistently, and being able to produce those numbers on a consistent basis.
You also don't throw a lot of interceptions.
I used to.
But that has declined too. I think you only had 4 and 2 when it came in the last game.
Yes, sir.
So you don't throw a lot of them. Is that something that you're cognizant of?
Yes, sir. The more I turn the ball over, the more the other team has a chance to score. And I've been hard on myself with that. My freshman year, I came out, I think I threw like 16 my freshman year. And I try to blame that on being young, but as I'm getting older, there's no more excuses for it. I'm looking not to turn the ball over as much.
Well, like I said, 4 through a complete season last year that's a pretty good number right there. Obviously, the more your touchdown to interception ratio is way up there too. Now, college-wise, are you starting to get some looks now? I mean, like I said, you've got the size, you've got the arm, you've got all the abilities. Something you want to go on to play quarterback in?
I'd love to. That's my biggest goal. And I've got a few looks and a few offers, but nothing's set to stone yet. I think I need to work on my feet.
Is it disappointing?
I think it's encouraging. I'm taking it as a chip on my shoulder to do very well this year, and with it being my last year for something to prove. And coaches have told me what I need to work on, and a lot of it's speed, agility, tangible things like that. And I'm just going to take their advice and work with that this year and try to get better.
You're a guy in a AAA school that plays 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball. Do you have a favorite sport?
It's none of them 3. I like to golf. Golf is my favorite sport. But,
really?
I'd say there's nothing that beats throwing touchdowns, though.
Now, I understand you, after a long road trip last year,
yes, sir.
You got up after had a big number in a game, and you were up with your brother, I think, the next morning. Is that how important golf is? I mean, you got. Let's talk about that. That story's interesting.
Man, it's just it's something fun that me and my dad, and my brother like to do, and my other family members. We were on the way back, and we stopped at Grafton, my dad's hometown. We played out there at Tiger Lake. And we always try to do stuff like that whenever we can, because that's how we bond together, just through sports and having fun together.
When you're on the golf course, do you talk about football?
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the plays from the previous night or whatever it may be, and then we'll talk smack to each other, talk about who was better and all that stuff. It's just fun to bond over.
So just playing after games is a normal thing for you. Get up Saturday morning and playing 18?
Depends on how I'm feeling, but yeah, whenever I can, I try to.
And you don't golf in high school. Did you think you could golf if you had an opportunity to do it? I mean, obviously, football is a big commitment.
Yes, sir.
You don't have time to really. Would you consider golfing if you could?
Oh, for sure. I love doing it.
Quick, some rapid fire questions. Favorite color if you had to pick one?
Orange, for sure.
Which is not. Well, you guys got a little orange in you.
Oh, that has nothing to do with that. It's just I love orange.
Okay. If you had favorite, if you were calling place to eat, where would you go?
Mexican food.
Any place Mexican?
Any Mexican food.
Even Taco Bell?
Maybe not Taco Bell.
If the strongest guy on the team, who would it be?
On our team?
On your team?
Eli Campbell and Cameron Prophet, probably.
Fastest guy on the team?
Carter Meacham and Dominic Collins, for sure.
Dominic's pretty quick.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown run against Woodrow. He was moving. If you look back games, which game do you think? And I know you've had some big ones, and I remember one up with John Marshall where you played really well. Was there one game that stands out for you? You would say that was to date my best game.
I'd probably have to take it back to my freshman year against James Monroe. I didn't have the best stats. We didn't come out with a win, but I think that's the game that really clicked for me on becoming a quarterback and what you have to do.
Was that your first start?
No, sir. It was later in my freshman year, and I was just out there making decisions that quarterbacks have to make. And then we came up a little bit short because I threw a pick to Monroe Moeller. I remember that, but I'd say that's my best. One of my favorite. Well, one of the games I like to look back at and say that's whenever.
Everything started slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, like I started slowing down the game instead of playing rapid fire, and then it just clicked.
Okay, hey Grant, I always appreciate the time. I always great talking to you. Thank you, sir.